Hi, you guys. Welcome back to OM Gina. So, tonight we are going to be talking about realization, right? Have you guys ever just sat here and looked at your life and you just like, wait a minute, I'm starting to realize all this new stuff. I'm not going to talk about my age again. Don't trip. I'm not talking about it. But I finally understand when people say, the older you get, the more things make sense. And I never understood that. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm not trying to be all old. But I get the other side of when you turn 30, it's going to feel like you're a kid again. Well, I don't feel like I'm a kid again. I just feel like I'm more mature from where I used to be. And when that realization hits y'all, you're not going to start looking at people funny. It's not going to be that. It's just going to boil down to the, I can still be around you. It's no bad blood, whether it's your best friend or it's family, or it could even be a spouse. It's like nothing towards you. I'm not going to treat you differently, but I just know what I'm worth. I know what I should be receiving. If I'm giving this out to you, I should get the same in return. It shouldn't be me sitting here being 80% in for you and you want to sit here and give me 20%. It don't work like that. I'm telling you, like that family goes out the door. You can even break up with your spouse or whatever, because at the end of the day, life is about you. You know what I'm saying? Like your life surrounds you. You have to live with it. You have to deal with it. People that make you feel some type of way, or people that do you wrong, or my favorite term, you got people out here that really be sitting here trying to play you. I don't care how old I'm getting. I think that playing you will stay with me forever, because y'all can tell me differently. I know for a fact people out here be trying to play with other people. Like, don't play with me. Like, don't treat me like I'm stupid. And first of all, don't talk to me like I'm your kid. I'm not your child. My own parents don't even talk to me like that. Why do you think I'm going to sit here and let you do it? So let me stop getting sidetracked, because that playing, that can turn into a whole nother episode. But that realization is something different, man. Like, it is different, because before anyone else comes into the picture, you sit here and you look at yourself, like I've been speaking about as of lately, when it comes down to that accountability. In certain situations, it's always not other people. It's always not them. If you're not at the stage in your life where you can sit here and be like, you know what? I was wrong. It really didn't have to go down like that. If you can't do that, it's not going to work for you. It's not going to work, because it's always not the other person or the group of people, because you got to look at it like this. Perfect example. I'm sitting here talking to Sally, and me and her didn't work out. She said it was me, but I'm like, she was trying to play me. And then I meet this new friend, Jane, and we over here chilling. And then once again, it was me. And I'm like, they tripping. And then I have an old friend, John, and we chilling and we talking. And then it was me again. At some point, you got to think about it like that. 3 different people, 2 women and a man. Girl or man, it's you. It's not all them people. What's going on with you? And in a situation like that, it's kind of like, you know what? We did end on bad terms, or I know good and well this person is not down to talk to me ever again in life. It's okay. That's when we talk about those seasons. It's okay. Everyone that we encounter in life, they're not supposed to be here for the rest of life. Who knows what we were going through in those seasons? Maybe the energy that they give off, that's what we needed at that time to build us up. And I really believe in that. Certain people that you do meet in life, they can build you up in some type of way. But yeah, like I said, some type of way. We got to make sure that it's positive. You don't want to be around or being surrounded around negativity or people that don't have nothing to lose in life. That's the thing. You cannot surround yourself around people that literally have nothing to lose in life, because it's going to sound harsh, but they're just miserable. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel in some type of way. And it's like, hey, if I feel like this, you ain't going to sit here and tell me about your good news or how your relationship going or how you just got a promotion or you got that new car or you finally got that house you was looking for. We do not need to be surrounded by haters. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because like I always say, I want to see all of us win. I do not know everyone listening, but I really do appreciate every single last one of you guys. But that's how I feel about life. Like, that's what life is about. You know, like you get somewhere in life and it's just like, hey, I know you've been trying to do this or you've been working at that or whatever. Hey, if you're open to it, I can talk to you. Or, hey, let me bring you around these people. But that's the thing right there. You could be surrounded around someone or a group of people and they're just like, we don't want whatever you trying to say to us. That's a little hate. That is a little hate. And at that point, it's like, throw the whole conversation and the friendship in the trash. It's crazy. Because every time I receive a blessing, you're going to think that I'm sitting here trying to be funny to you or show you how good my life is, and you still struggling right now. At the end of the day, whether how far we make it in life or the certain point we are in life, I don't care what nobody say, we all still struggling. It's something within us. It's a struggle, and we are trying to work through it. We might not always talk about it because you got to be careful who you talk to, too. They can sit here and be like, oh, man, talk to me. What's wrong? You know you can lean on me. Are you sure? Is this between me and you, or are you going to sit here and tell your best friend or tell your group of people and stuff? Like, the whole world don't need to know what I'm going through right now, because if they should have, I could have just posted a video on social media and everybody would know, or I would talk to that person directly. That's why when people tell me stuff and they be like, don't tell anyone, at the end of the day, what you're telling me, what you're trusting me with, it is not my information to tell the world. I'm not going to do that. It's not me. So, man, that realization, it is different. It will literally change your whole mindset. Like I talked about, you're going to be sad. You're going to be sad unless you start talking. I always get personal with you guys. So, I was in the midst of something and I have everybody yelling at me like, why do you keep taking that? Like, why? Why? Like, at the end of the day, why is it always you? And after 31 years, I always felt like it was me. So I would just sit here and take on other people's pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how that feels personally, but, I'm here for you. Someone you can vent to, someone you can talk to. I'm going to try and make you feel better, but we got to stop taking on other people's pain. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean, hey, don't talk to me because you full of pain right now and I'm chilling. I got blessings coming in. No, it don't work like that. You can sit here and talk to somebody that's going through something and try and give the best advice. Try and just be there for that person to let them know that you are not in this world alone. I don't know what's going on with you, but I want you to always know that I'm here for you and I'm with you. But that taking on other people's pain and problems, you could really mess up your blessings doing that, because you could have reached your breakthrough where you let all that go. And then when you bring that back in, God can sit here and look and be like, you ain't ready for this yet. Because if you coming into this with other people's problems and pain, you're going to mess up yourself. So that's another way I look at it when we finally get something and then 2.5 is snatched away. That's why at every point in life, we have to make sure we are the number one priority. And I'm not saying don't look out for your boyfriend or don't look out for your girlfriend. Don't look out for your wife and your husband. I'm not saying that. But you have to make sure, worst case scenario, if anything happens, you're still good to go. You have to make sure you're okay before you can be there for anyone else. It doesn't work like that. Because if you still dealing with trauma and pain, or you still don't know you, like you didn't at least a little bit like figure you out and your worth, you can't do that to nobody else. Because you know what? I do take that back. I take that back 100%. Because when I be sitting here and I be giving advice out, and when I tell you like advice, I'm talking about like it's good advice, right? I be doing all that. And then when I get in a sticky situation, I'm sitting here lost. Like I told y'all before, I'm not gonna lie. I have to sit here and go back to those videos that I've been putting out since season 1. Because sometimes I do get lost in the sauce. I do. And it's okay for me to admit that, because everyone on this earth, no one has it all together. No one. Absolutely no one. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care about these cars and these houses and your clothes and your kicks and your fits. I don't care about that. It doesn't mean anything to me. I am not a materialistic person. Bring me peace. Show me how to be 100% with myself and stop thinking that I'm not there. Because at some point in time, in life, I am going to be there. I'm going to hit my mark and be where I was supposed to be. But without these troubles, without these pains, I wouldn't have gotten there. You know what I'm saying? So that realization is just different. It's different. Let's see. Do I have a personal example for you guys? Of course I do. So, yeah, I know. A few prior episodes, I spoke about my mouth. Like, my mouth be getting me in trouble. It just gets me in trouble because what I'm truly trying to work on, when I think of something, it just comes right out. I don't sit here and I think about the other person's feelings, or I don't sit here and think about my tone and stuff like that. So I be creating problems. I be creating them. So an instance like this, I'm not using nobody's real name. So I was sitting here talking to Jane, right? And I didn't know that I made her feel some type of way. It's like my tone. We were talking about something. What the heck was it? Yeah. She needed to go back home because I live like an hour away from where she lives at. And she was just like, yeah, I'm trying to go back. So I was like, okay, just give me a good little minute though. And because Sally wanted to take me out for my birthday, so we had went out, and I was driving back home, and I was like, oh crap, Jane. So I text and I was like, hey, you can get ready now because you know it takes you forever. And Jane was just like, okay. But I have an iPhone. And you know, when we get those updates, you can't talk to nobody. Your phone literally puts itself in a do not disturb. So I didn't have that. So when I came home, I was still waiting for the update to be completed. And Jane called somebody else, right? So Jane called somebody else because she couldn't get in contact with me. And then when I was talking to the other person, and I'm like, okay, just let her know I'll be ready when my phone updates. I'll give her a call. And then after that, Barbara called and hey, are you taking Jane home? Like, are you? And I'm just like, yeah, my phone is just updating right now. I don't have service and this and that. I'll call when everything's been updated. And then the phone went, bloop. So I was just like, okay, so I'm like, dude. So the phone, my update finally finished. So I actually text back because, you know what I'm saying? You get hung up like that. You don't want to call back because, you know, all somebody got to do is come at me wrong. And then it's just like all bets is off. This what you wanted? I got it. So I just text and I was just like, hey, the update is finished and everything, but Baddies just came out. So I'm going to watch that and I could take you back at 9. And a lot of people said, you literally are giving too much information out. All you had to say was be ready at 9. But I don't know. That's a problem with me. Like, I think I over talk. Because now that I'm at the place that I am, knowing that it's me doing the driving, all I had to say was, I'm going to pick you up at 9. I didn't have to say that. But back to the story. So after that, it was don't worry about it. You good. I'm straight. I'll figure it out. And I'm just like, what is your problem? And then she was like, it just be feeling like you be putting people over me. But I'm like, how? I don't understand. And it was just never mind. Don't worry about it. It's nothing else you got to say to me. We're good to go. So I'm like, what in the hell is going on that got you in your feelings like this? So, talking about that, right? The realization came in when it boiled down to you want to sit here and watch something else. But it's like, you done told me to get ready and you telling me you want to stay home to watch an episode. So I get that, because if someone would have said that to me, I would have been like, enjoy your night. You good to go. It's okay. I didn't think about it like that because me and Jane would always do stuff like that together. So I was like so lost. So I had sent over in the text and I'm just like, hey, I just want you to understand that I would never put anyone over you. I just won't. And it was just like, you still don't get it. You don't get it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So the real breakthrough that got that done was I kept getting told that you don't know how to take accountability. So I'm just like, okay. Well, in that moment, clearly you didn't have to say it. What I felt from it in your actions was just showing me that I messed up. You felt like I was putting people over you, but in all actuality, I wasn't. Maybe I even put myself over you. Maybe that's where everything got lost. And I just want to let you know that I'm sorry and I wasn't trying to make you feel no type of way, right? So all that was said. And then Jane was just like, okay, that's all you had to say from jump. So I'm like, okay, so where do we go from here? And I got the response, I don't know. So I'm just like, okay, I don't want to push you. I mean, whenever you are ready to speak, like I'm here for you. But I spoke about that because in that moment, when all of that happened, I went back to writing. So I just sat here and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. So I got like a lot out. I didn't know. Like, to the way I am now, I didn't know where I came from until I started writing. And with me writing, I figured out, like, wow, girl, you got a lot of childhood issues. I don't know. It's crazy. That's why in that other episode, I spoke about when instances like this happens and it's not always positive, it's a negative. In certain circumstances, it really could be for you. This had to fail so you can go back and focus on yourself a little bit more to actually figure out what your triggers are, or to figure out what makes you speak the way you do and how do you look at people. Like, why do you think everybody in this world is trying to play you? What about you makes you feel like that? That's why I'm telling y'all, when you get angry and everything, when something happens, I would just say have a seat and write about it. If you can't talk about it right now, just write about it. Because that realization is beautiful. It is beautiful. You sit here and you look at yourself in a different light. Like, I am no longer going to be angry, or I know what I deserve and I know what I'm worth. And I'm not taking anything but that. Sometimes it could put you in a predicament where everybody else leaves and all you have is yourself. And that's okay. It's okay. Y'all know I've been talking about this forever. It is okay to be alone. The reason why I say it's okay to be alone, because when you're alone, you realize in this life, all you have is yourself. And if you're not comfortable with that, you need to be by yourself a little bit longer, because life don't work like that. It's not always someone that's going to be with you. It doesn't work like that. We have to be okay with being by ourselves. Because all these people that's here now, who knows? Anything could happen. The real them could really show up one day, and it just makes you look like, how am I even surrounded by this? And we even got to think about how we formed our circle. Like, did we form our circle because we were in the place of being hurt, or we felt like we didn't have anyone? And then when that one person actually gets someone, everybody in the group looking at you like, oh, wow, you sitting here thinking you better than us because you got somebody and we don't. It's not like that, though. In life, everyone wants to be happy. And if one of your friends or one of your people sitting here and they get in a new relationship, somebody got engaged, married, had a baby, and you really sitting here with hate in your heart, something ain't adding up. Either you a hater or you just want me to be miserable like you. You want me to not go to the next level in my life and you want me to just stay. Or you do want me to move up, but you ain't get there yet. So you want me to follow after you. Life don't work like that. Life don't work like that. I'm getting where I want to be in life, whether that's with all my friends and all my family, or just like anyone that I'm with right now or not. But we have to be okay with moving forward in life, knowing good and well all we have is us. That's okay. If we want the life that we want, we gotta do it. Like I said the last episode, we gotta make it do what it do. That is the gist. And I have a new saying. Well, y'all know, y'all heard of this and all that. But going forward in life, somebody say something, or they about to tell me something, or I don't have an option, I'ma just say the famous, you got to get somebody else to do it. That's it. I meant what I said, though. I'm not playing. I'm not laughing. No, none of that. Get somebody else to do it. So, realization. realization is a beautiful next step. I never knew that I needed a realization. I just thought, hey, it's okay. I'm a ball full of love. I am going to make sure everyone is okay. No, because within that ball, you don't know what people are bringing to you. It can be more than you can handle. And when you take on something that's more for more than you can handle, that messes you up as a person. All that progress that you did, that's in the trash, because you got to worry about everything else on your plate. You forgot about yourself. We can't do that. So yes, like I said, realization. When you realize you and what you're worth and what you deserve, it's different. It's different. But yes, you guys, I hope, as always, that this episode helps someone. You never know what the next person's going through. I hope and pray that this helps you through, to let you know that you are not in this world alone. You never know what the next person is going through. And as always, if you guys want to say something, you can leave me a voice message. You can leave me a comment on this episode. We can talk. So it was a pleasure speaking with you guys, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.